We are back for another Supergirl Super Tuesday. Is today Tuesday? Is it Wednesday?
Today's Tuesday.
Oh, Lord Jesus. This week
It's
is going
back
back
on the
super fast.
it is on the Super Tuesday recap. So
Yeah, but it's going super fast as well. I feel like because the holidays are coming this weekend, like tomorrow feels like Friday. I don't know
mm,
about you. I'm ready. I'm ready for this weekend.
today was my Friday because the state of Virginia gave us the day off. So
Nice. Nice. I think one of my friends too also had a forced, like they had to take the whole week off. It's like a furlough. They forced them to take the whole week off. I'm like, wish
Oy.
somebody would force me to take a whole week off.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, y'all did not come here to listen to our personal issues. We are here to talk about Supergirl, episode 307, Wake Up. And I am Shanna here with the doctor. Doctor, how did you feel about this episode?
It was the first episode of the season I was a little meh about.
Opposite. See, this is why you come here, guys, for these like hard hitting opinions. I really enjoyed this episode. Thought
So
again, everybody was acting their ass off.
okay, so here's the thing. It just reinforces that Kara's situation with Mon-El is the least interesting part of the show. I felt like there were pieces of it that was just manufactured drama that I thought connected, and it might still connect later on down the line, but for now it doesn't, and so that's disappointing. Now Odette as Samantha and now Rain acted the entirety of her ass off. I loved her part. I loved Papa Jones schooling his son, but the primary plot with Mon-El's return just did not connect for me.
Um, it did for me. It really did. I don't know why. It just
I know why, because she got curved, which opened the door for your Jimmy Carr appearance.
no, that wasn't even it.
hmm
I think you know what gets me, Melissa when she is upset, her upset acting. I really enjoyed her. She does like this little hiccup cry thing. I don't know. It's very much so reminds me of Claire Danes with the like tremble chin in the 90s. Remember when Claire Danes used to cry and everything and her chin would just get trembly. There's something about Melissa when she cries. I just really enjoy her acting. Um, yeah, I I liked it. I was here for it. I was like, even when Mon-El came back, I was like, all right, you got me. Her reaction to it, when she just sees him and he's like Kara, and then she just silently hugs him, and you can tell she's just completely shocked and devastated. I don't know
hmm
why. I was here for it. I was like, okay, because I feel like you could have played that scene differently. It could have been very like, oh no, I was like, like it could have been that, but it wasn't. It was just silent, and she just acted her behind off.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Now, like I said, the acting wasn't the issue; it was the storyline. So, as we all know, Mon-El comes back. He was on the ship that we saw kind of activated by what Kara did a couple of episodes ago with the cult leader. And essentially he's kind of the guardian of the people on the ship and they have to save his wife. I'm like, and everybody's like, I was like, yeah, she got curved, but think about it. He fell in love with her very easily. He was gone for 7 years, even though for them it was only 7 months. And my whole thing was this. The minute he heard them say, well, it's been 7 months. You know how I know you could have found another way to extend the episode because he would have been like 7 months. It's been 7 years for me. Sorted. Because at that point, the whole draw out, well, I'm going to keep all this quiet because I don't want her to know I got a wife. She going to figure out at some point you got a wife. And I'm sorry. Once I heard old girl's accent, I knew it was over for the two of them. She got an accent, boo. You ain't got a chance.
That's mean. That's mean.
But am I wrong?
I see. For me, I knew it was going down. Just I'm like, oh, there are other people on whatever ship that was he landed on. So like, it didn't. I didn't need to know how much time had or hadn't passed. I was just like, oh, there are other people there. He has a relationship with one of those other people. I just knew it just off the bat. I was like, it was like once we got past, it's not a fake Mon-El.
For a minute, I did think it was a fake Mon-El.
Yeah, like once I got past, oh, it's a definitely him. Then I was like, oh, he's in love with someone else. I was like, he doesn't want her feelings. Oh, I was like, that's sad. I was horrible. I'm like, that's sad. Oh well, moving right along. Um, yeah, I don't know. I really, really enjoyed this episode. Um, yeah. Okay, let's get into it. So Mono returns.
I just
I
gave you.
know.
Let's move on to the more interesting stuff. No, I'm kidding.
um, well, I just want to talk about like where he's been because it's not so much where he's been; it's when he's been. He's gone into the future,
Like
um, like deep into the future.
10,000, well, the 31st century, so that's what,
Yeah.
1,000 years away.
So my question also, and I don't know how deep we're going to go into this, like how much more of the season he's going to be in. They, I mean, obviously Kara probably wouldn't be alive 1,000 years later, but how much does he know about what happens to her?
In terms of archival information, will he share
Well,
for
because
breaking the space-time continuum?
even the way he said, this is Supergirl to his wife, it sounded like not like this is Supergirl who I told you about, but like this is Supergirl who you know about historically.
Yeah, that's the impression I got from her reaction. She was like, I'm meeting an actual historical figure.
Exactly. So then I'm like, ooh, like what, history wise, like what does he know? What does she know? This could be really interesting in that sense of
Mm,
like what's happening there. Like, so yeah,
yeah.
that I'm kind of excited about more so than the I'm more interested in the timey-wimey stuff than necessarily the relationship stuff. I definitely don't want a love triangle of like I thought it was enough that he said he he remembered her, he could never forget her. Of course he's still wearing her necklace, like that kind of thing. That's enough for me. We can move on from there.
I did like the Jimmy Kara pep talk, especially because this was before she found out he had a wife.
Yes.
And he was so generous and gracious about Mon-El. Because, James is just the best.
He
But the
is.
funny part, I cracked up in our PF thread where we were discussing it, where he said, oh, he would never hurt you. There's this meme that says, actually, and it's Samara from The Ring crawling down. And this was before I even knew he had a wife that I posted it. I'm like, this ain't gonna end the way you think it is.
Oh, of course not. Of course not. And that's what I love about this show. It's not gonna end like
I just
however you thought it was gonna end. Not gonna end that way.
act was fine. I just had a problem with the way they manufactured unnecessary drama. That part to me just was not written well.
I didn't think it was manufactured. I think it is exactly what you expect when we knew that he was gonna return. That there was gonna be some sort of drama.
Well, no, there could have been drama with her discovering that, this dude has a wife and it's been 7 years without it being drawn out and him squirreling around trying to sneak back to the ship. Like, look, there are people on that ship. I am responsible for them. I need your help because the ship is damaged and they may not make it. You can create drama from that, not this, I'm going to sneak around like I'm up to no good when really I'm just trying to save these people. It was just anticlimactic to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the nature of
It was
these.
fun.
To me, it's just like this. That's the nature of these kinds of things in general. Because I feel like that's exactly what they would do in the comic. like, I feel like it is exactly what they would do in a comic book. Is them be like, oh, him like, oh, I gotta keep this secret, and then it's like them following him back to the ship and finding, like that's exactly what they would do. So it
Oh,
did bother
when
me.
Kara showed up and when and Mon-El are working on the ship, and she just looking like somebody, she looked like somebody black mama, like, seriously? Seriously, this is what we doing? I was like, Melissa really sold that. Like, I am so disappointed in y'all that I had to even do this. Why are you here again?
You're ridiculous. Um, okay. I guess we'll save Rain for last. I also enjoyed the C plot of John and his dad.
He said the brown water and the coffee.
He's like, he's like, so people like this brown water. And then he drinks it and he's like, oh, I see. Oh, coffee. It's just like, look at Carl Lumley acting his ass off. Also,
That man was in that place for a month and hadn't taken a morning constitutional. How?
that's
How?
what I couldn't even get it out because I was laughing so hard.
But
How did
you broke up.
John?
I missed all of that.
I was saying like I couldn't even get it out because I was laughing so hard. How is John going to have his daddy wandering around the halls of the DEO, and this man hasn't even peed in a month?
That's. I don't think he's been wandering. I think he's been in the room meditating.
Like you
Like,
don't
wait, you
stop
haven't
in.
been to the bathroom?
You don't stop in, knock on the door. You need anything? Sheets, towels. Like,
Are you? Wait, are you hungry?
are you
Are you
hungry?
hungry,
Can I
Dad?
take you out to dinner? How dare he? How dare he let Carl Lumley live like that?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I was so angry with him, and I did really like when he first of all he did that thing that parents do, which is he's just like super passive aggressive. He sees him checking his phone the whole time, and he goes, "Okay, fine, we'll just go back. Like clearly you don't want to be here. We're just gonna go back." I was just like, "Oh, that is a parent right there."
Mm.
And then uh, I like how he just calls him out on it. He's like, you ain't got no friends. The only friends you got are the people you work with. You live at work. You stay at work. You don't go nowhere. It
He read him for absolute filth.
was beautiful. I was like, tell him about himself because he's just over here like, really, John doesn't have a life outside of like his family, quote unquote, is Cara and Alex. His
Yep.
friends are Jimmy and Wynn. His only other friend was Magan, and that was the only reason that he left the DEO was go to the bar where she worked.
Yeah.
Like he needs a life. Somebody said it. Got this black man working like a slave. He ain't doing nothing else. And because I work in nonprofit, I know that they take advantage of the fact. You know, John's always the one who works on Christmas,
Oh yeah.
and
Oh yeah.
and everybody just lets him.
Mm-hmm. You ain't got no kids or family. You can take the shifts. The
So,
hell you say?
don't people at work right now, don't let yourself be played by that. People will take advantage of you.
Yes, they will. Like I may not have a family. I might be sitting home alone, but you know what? I get to do that.
Uh huh. And I get to sit home all by my damn self and
Hmm.
enjoy my solitude.
With my remote and my Netflix and my Punisher binge and rewatch a certain episodes because they thirst traps. Sorry, got distracted. Move on.
I also got very distracted because people are really wearing these tree capes out here, like jackets.
What?
Have you not seen the woman who did the Home Goods, the Christmas tree skirt
Oh
and turned
yeah.
it into a jacket? And now everybody is for real wearing these tree capes.
Word.
We'll talk about it later, but okay. All right, this is what we doing. So that was funny. John got an apartment. I can't believe John didn't have an apartment. John got an apartment,
Right. I'm
apparently.
like, wait, what? How long has he been at the DEO? For how many years? How? How? How?
I wonder if this is,
Oh,
you know, that man must have so much money if he hasn't been paying rent. What is he doing with his paychecks?
shit.
John is rich.
Sitting on $1 billion.
Oh my
I
god.
married his ass.
Oh my god, John is rich. Um Oh my gosh. Anyway, just revelations upon revelations. You know, I wonder if that was a thing too, because you know how everybody gets with their little online campaigns and hashtags. I bet you, like, folks were like, "Where does John even live? Where is his apartment? He's always taking care of Kara and Alex. Where does John live?" And they were literally like, "He lives at the DEO. He just got an apartment."
You're welcome.
I know. They're like, "Look, we did it for y'all because y'all had all these questions." Oh my god. What if David was just like, "Where does John live?" And they were like, "Oh, we can make that into a whole episode."
Or at least a portion of an episode.
Exactly. We're gonna figure that out and get back to you. This is a mess. I guess so. I bet you Christberg did it. Christberg
He who
didn't
shall,
even give that black man a house.
he who shall not be named.
Okay, so the big important part of the episode is we finally got rain. And I just like to point out that you know it's going to happen. So I'm just telling you to get yourself prepared right now because you know that baby and the power of love is what's going to save her.
You know what killed me about that whole thing? I loved seeing Samantha get basically her Skip Gates on. She was finding her roots. My girl was like, I'm gonna figure this shit out. I did not like her sticking her hand in a pot of water 5 feet from the daughter who wants her to be superpowered. That was
Yeah.
the decision. However, I love, she was like, I'm just gonna go talk to this trash ass Trump supporting, make America great again, adoptive shit of a mother that I had. The only other thing I said is I need people in these rural areas finding these alien pods to stop just leaving them out in the open like a tarp is really going to be a good cover.
Yeah, I
From
was just saying we just leave whole entire alien crafts. First of all, why does everybody have a barn? Why does everybody have a side barn next to the house to put
just
an alien craft in?
just out in the damn open, just out in the damn open, asking to get caught, begging to get caught. Oh, and when she called Ruby a mistake, but I love the explanation that the hologram gave us. Like, oh yeah, you were supposed to come and start wrecking shit, but then pregnancy hormones got in the way. But now that you here, let's see what we can do about that.
Well, that's how you also know, like, that her adoptive mother and then the people who made her both ain't shit because both of them call her kid a mistake.
Okay, so I get why the Kryptonian scientist is. She's like, this is my creation. You was just bred for one purpose. What you doing having babies? Trash ass humans. That was probably in her head. But
But I'm saying that's exactly how you know both of them ain't shit, and you know where this is leading
mm-hmm.
because Sam is not going to take anybody calling Ruby ain't shit or a
Except
mistake.
Sam is now gone.
Nope, Sam is coming back. I'm telling you, the power of love gonna save Sam. Get ready for it.
I don't like you right now.
It's happening.
I don't like you right now.
It's the power of love.
What the fuck was that? What was that? Oh my god, what song was that?
It's happening.
What song was that, first of
The
all?
power of love. How do you not know the power of love?
By who?
I don't know. Who does sing that song? I'm gonna look it up right now. How do you
Because
not know that song?
that's not Luther's Power of Love. That's what was throwing me. I was like, that ain't Luther's song, girl. Come on, get your life
Oh,
right.
Celine Dion.
Oh yeah, that's hers. I was like,
Celine Dion.
I'm gonna take your card. You sing Luther's Power of Love, not that one.
I don't remember Power of Love, Luther Vandross.
I'm
Let me look it up right quick.
looking it up right now.
It's not ringing any bells.
Hold on, hang in there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's the power of love. That one. Okay.
It's
Yeah.
love.
I know it. I just couldn't remember. Like I couldn't remember the tune right now because the Celine Dion version was stuck in my head.
Here we are.
When I say goodbye,
When I say goodbye,
it's never for long.
never for long.
You you can't even see my face right now, but just so everyone knows what my face looks like, I am annoyed. We're not doing this right now.
Of love. Say, love to say. I'm disgusted because you didn't remember. So we even.
Meh. Celine hits that high note and she like punches her chest.
I'd even give it up if you had given me Huey Lewis in the news. But Celine, seriously. And don't you get quiet like you don't remember the Huey Lewis in the news one. Shut up!
I'm sorry. No, actually, I got distracted by something else. We are not doing this. We are not doing this. This is not a thing that is happening.
Right.
This is not a thing that's happening right now.
I gotta get your life right, girl.
Nah.
Why? Okay, but back to the show. Why did I give Rain the someone called it the Fortress of Turds because it was in the desert and it looked like a bunch of pieces of shit. Why she gotta get the dirty fortress of sanctuary as they called it?
Oh no, see, I actually really like the CGI on that as well because if you notice, after it came up out of the ground, there were still like tiny rocks falling and stuff like that. It just looked very realistic.
The CGI, I had a problem with the fact that she got the dirt fortress instead of the like a pretty fortress.
No, it's like a layer. It's not supposed to be pretty. She's evil, you guys. Like, it's not supposed to be pretty. It's a layer.
I hope we get the full physical change because we got the red eyes, but I need to see the full physical change.
Oh no, that's what's gonna happen. It's like she's gonna go through like the physical change and everything, and then that baby's gonna bring her back, and that's how we'll know that she is back because her physical appearance will return to the Samantha that we know.
You know what would be awesome? And I'm going to say this. You can blame the doctor on this one. If she kills Ruby.
No! She is not killing that baby. It's not happening. Let it go.
I can have my hope.
She's not killing that baby.
Okay.
Oh, all of her like aunties are because you know Sam's not. Do you think Sam's gonna go back to the house?
No, I think she's gonna come up missing. They're gonna come looking for her.
Yeah, and so
And then
the super auntie brigade is gonna come in and take care of her. And Lita and Cara and Alex.
I'll even allow her killing the baby to be the trigger that brings her back because the grief overwhelms her with her guilt. But that baby dying.
No, that baby is not dying. I say at the least we don't get her back, and then Alex has to adopt the baby.
Ooh, see,
and that's how she ends up with a kid.
Yeah. Okay, that's a good one. I like that.
But I want Sam to stay, so I'm hoping that the baby brings her back.
But I need her to stay as Rain.
No, I don't want her to stay as Rain. I want her to like be the bad guy for a little bit, but I want to keep her. I think I'm just in this mood right now, also like from Punisher, where I'm like, do the bad guys, do they have to like die at the end of the season? Can't we just keep them? Because I really like the actors. I want to keep them.
I am not ashamed to say that The Punisher was a complete thirst trap, and I was here for every minute of those 13 episodes.
Every second. I actually need to go back and watch a few particular seconds. But Marvel is giving me all the
all I know is that
all the X-rated moments.
Chris and D Palm are going to listen to this, and they will not let us anywhere near that review.
It was so.
You're find ourselves from the Punisher review at this point, right?
It took everything in me because I really try so hard not to send out thirst tweets because I'm not trying to end up on one of these BuzzFeed Thirst tweets or Jimmy Kimmel actors read whatever tweets. I'm trying really hard to not end up on any of those shows. So Woo, Punisher was testing me though. I was like, I was about to like
When
I was about to add Ben Barnes, John Bernthal. Oh my gosh. Woo, okay. This got hot in here. All right, cooling off. Cooling off. Um anyway, yes, it was a great reveal. Like, I mean, we knew Sam was Rain, but I really liked the journey that they took her on,
yeah.
and her fortress of, I don't know, destruction.
Like I said, the amnesia. I don't know if I'm contradicting myself. So if I am, I apologize. I feel like I was a little upset when it was like, oh, she don't know who she is. And then I thought like something would happen to turn her evil, like some catastrophic event. And it was just kind of her personhood that became evil. But the entire idea that this pregnancy shifted her to such a way that she didn't emerge when she was supposed to, and that by returning to the fortress, it triggered it. I like that.
Yeah.
That works for me. I am here for that.
Well, I think it's also just that her, like what her mom said, her adoptive mom said,
Oh,
she was gonna tell her about where she came from when she turned 18. She's
which
like,
might have triggered it
yeah,
too.
exactly. She was like, you weren't around. You left.
You put me out.
Yeah. I love when parents say, like, you left. You kind of kicked me out. Or like, I hate when parents did this, the same thing they did on Gilmore Girls, where they're like, you can't have a baby and stay in my house, and then the kid leaves, and they're like, you left, and they're like, but you said.
You didn't give me a choice, dummy.
Like,
Yeah,
that's how that
silly.
works. If you say that I can't stick around, and then
Right.
if I choose to keep the baby, and I choose to keep the baby, that means I can't stick around. Like,
Do you not
no.
understand how life works, you big dummy?
Yeah. Anyway, I'm very, very satisfied with how this Rain storyline is going and how they've decided to slowly build this up. I'm wondering, well, I'm not wondering. I know that because of the crossover next week that means that we probably won't get any Rain or any follow up to the Samantha storyline. I'm assuming that what's going to happen is Kara is going to be like all about the Mon-El stuff and be like, oh, I need to get out of town, so I'm going to Barry and Iris's wedding or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
I gotta not out of town. I gotta get off Earth.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Kara's like the only person who is like, I'm having a really bad day. Let me go to another Earth. she's like, she's like, I don't need a, yeah, like Alex. She took Alex to Midvale, but like she's like, no, I'm dealing with too much. Let me go to another Earth.
Whole ass other Earth.
The worst. I love them though. But then the way it feels also is that for the crossover is that it's not going to be kind of how each one of them in the past has just been like its own episode, like kind of like, oh, we're going to go from Central City to Star City or whatever. It feels like,
It feels very integrated based on the
yeah,
trailer,
like it just feels like it's going to be a 4 hour movie.
which is good. I'm really hoping that is. I had been trying to avoid the trailer because I didn't want to be spoiled. I finally watched it today. I was like, fuck yeah! Even like, look, when oh my god, when Cisco opened the portal and Steven, I keep calling that man Steven, when Oliver jumps through with the arrow, I'm like, I didn't even know that I wanted this.
I don't know if you watched The Gifted this week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not this.
Okay. They had kind of a similar moment this week in Gifted as well, with people using their powers together. And I am here for it. It kills me that the X-Men movies, and then also even, I haven't seen Justice League yet. I'm probably going to actually go see it tomorrow. So I don't know how well the kind of in tandem team fighting happens, but it just feels like we so rarely get this in movies, and I don't know why. I don't know why they haven't, like, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. does it really well with the Inhuman stuff. I love seeing them use their powers together. That's what's
Listen,
exciting about having a bunch of superheroes in one room working together, is that you actually see them using their powers in tandem.
listen, in season 4 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., when Robbie and Quake teamed up and Coulson came in like, I missed it? Fuck, I missed it. Yes, you did, baby. You missed it, and it was glorious. Oh my God. I'm sorry.
It was the same. They did it. Was it in season 3 of Agents too? When, like, with the, like, whole little New Warriors arc or Secret Warriors arc, when Daisy was working with Yo Yo, and whenever they get to use their powers together, and this, like, so I'm gonna run over here and do this, and then I'm gonna throw the dude to you, and you're gonna hit him, and like, that is what I'm here for. And I don't understand why I haven't seen enough of that in the movies. I think Avengers does it pretty well too, but the X-Men movies, the X-Men movies are the most egregious, because I feel like they will have 7, 8 mutants in a scene fighting, and none of them are working together. What are you
Yep.
talking about? Like, what is the point?
Well, it was kind of the same way in that penultimate battle that we liked. And we felt it was the only good part of BVS, but even on retrospect, it wasn't really a teamwork. Everybody was doing their own thing. Diana, I didn't mind Diana doing her own thing because, well, fuck, Wonder Woman. But Diana was doing her own thing. She was handling her business. But then Superman comes through trying to blast and gets his ass knocked out. And Batman just jumping around trying not to get stomped on because he's pretty ineffective until the very last. He was like, well, I got this last kryptonite bomb. I'll just shoot that shit. Like, seriously? That's the most you did, sir? Why are you even here? Go home. Go home.
No, I want to see Diana punch somebody, and then Superman grip him up, and then Aquaman, I don't know, throw his trident at them. I don't know. I haven't seen the movie yet. I have no idea of any of this.
You know who did it better? Supergirl, when she was on CBS, when her and John were fighting fake Mystique.
Mm-hmm.
John punched her ass into the air, and Kara speared her while she was flying in the air. Even they worked together on CBS.
Mm-hmm.
Get y'all life right.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm here for it. That's what I really loved about that preview for the crossover, was seeing them fight together. I'm very excited. Very, very excited. Like, really excited. Oh, Legends does it well too.
Yes.
It's gonna be so
Oh, when we get Captain Cold back with his little cute flirty ass. I love Wentworth Miller. Oh my God.
it's gonna be so fun. It's gonna be so fun. Okay. I'm getting, like, super excited. Like, I'm not gonna be ridiculously tired whenever we record that review. But
Listeners, what's going to happen is we're going to do it like the movie that everyone is saying Justice League should have been. And we're not going to do like 4 separate podcasts with us and D-Palm. We're just going to do the entire thing like one big movie event. And that'll probably be available Thursday or Friday. So you won't get Supergirl from us next week. You'll get one big Supergirl, Arrow, Flash, Legends of Tomorrow episode.
And I was also really impressed by their idea to move Arrow to the same night as Supergirl.
Oh yeah, that gives me even more confidence that they're handling it properly.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited. They got me hyped. You did it. You did it. You got me. You got me hyped. I'm excited. Also, the fact that they're going through this holiday week and then going straight into the crossover, I feel like they're like, no, we plotted it out. This is how we wanted it to go. I was really surprised. And I think there's also one more episode for each of them after the crossover as well.
I think you're...
So it doesn't like end with the crossover and then go on hiatus. I think every single one of them has one more episode the week after before they go on hiatus.
Hold on.
Yeah, so I think they're going to end with their individual stuff.
Let me see. Yeah, you're right. December 4th.
Yeah.
And December 4th, the episode title is Rain. break till January. But yes! Sorry.
Yeah. So good job. I feel like they did what you should do when you have 4 shows on the network. You sit down as a team, you plot it out, you look at the dates, you build your steps, build your arcs. I'm excited for it. And if they keep this up, I don't know. Because right now, all of them are kind of. Last year, I was like, oh, I'm really liking Legends. Everything else was kind of falling off. Arrow was pretty good. Arrow is probably my second last season. This season, I'm like, I don't know. Everybody's really bringing their A game right now. Legends is hilarious. They're just silly over there. I love them. And then like Arrow has this whole thing. At first I thought that child was going to be super annoying, and then they made him stop being a brat. You know how I would have known he was going to be a horrible kid?
His name's Zach.
If they had named him Zach. Exactly. What is it with children named Zach on television?
Listen, every Zach we've run into this season has been a complete asshole.
And you didn't used to be that way. Like the most notable Zach back in the day was Zach Morris from Saved by the Bell, and he was awesome. He was like kind of like annoying, but Mark Paul Gosselaar was great in that role. These new Zachs, no,
Are trash.
every single one of them, every single one of them, every single one. But yeah, I was like, everyone has stepped their game up. I'm really, really excited. Let's get into the feedback.
All right, Amani. Hey, I called it. I saw that beard and the look Mon-El had in his eyes the second he showed up. I knew he was hiding a whole ass other family. The CW stay coming through with the shady Thanksgiving.
Amani said it like Mon-El like went out for cigarettes and milk, and when it made a whole family. Oh my gosh.
And of course he would pop back up just as soon as she got over him. We're really the same all over the universe. I never cared for Mon-El or cared for Mon-El or Kara. And even if I did like Chris Wood, so I'm glad he wasn't back for that. Jimmy still finding ways to hate on him, and his beard was peak petty. Did he hate on him? I didn't.
Jimmy didn't hate on him.
And keeping that torch alive for Shanna's impossible dream. He called it impossible.
Look, when Lena turns out to be evil and Mon-El, see, they actually have set me up, right? Lena's gonna eventually be evil, even if her and Jimmy get together. And then you have Mon-El has a wife. So basically they're just like broadcasting, like telegraphing that at some point both of them are going to be single again. It's all there, people. It's all there.
I'm going to let you cook. I could have used more time with John and his father, though. They were so good together. But we're really here for Rain. Yes, we are. Let me tell you about my world killers. I'm mad they called Ruby a mistake, though. That poor baby didn't deserve that or her trash grandmother. And what
Both
is about
trash grandmothers, because the alien one was trashed in.
That's her mother's creator.
Same diff.
What if Ruby got a little world killer in her? What if she turns evil? That would be even better. A mother-daughter team up.
I'm okay with Ruby turning evil, but I still think that baby's love is going to bring her back.
Anyway. And what is it about this universe and white women just snatching up random babies they find in pods? But Sam is about to be a problem come through. I have to read the response because Jeremy asked a good question. I have questions about how these white women who snatch baby from pods are getting the following done. Do these kids have social security numbers, etc., birth certificates? How are they pulling that off? Explaining whole ass babies while never being seen as pregnant. Managing to move and hide those big ass spaceships. Yes, questions that need answers.
I'm saying everybody just randomly has a barn to hide a spaceship in.
Well, and to move it, I will give them that, farms have tractors and, heavy equipment. And shoot, they be putting them babies in those things at 10 and 12. So, Sharad B, this has a lot of good moments. I thought I was going to hate the Mon-El coming back, but I might have been right about an arc with Mon-El. We better get a Legion arc sometime this season. I don't want it. I'm sorry, Sharabi. I don't want it on the show. This is Supergirl.
What's the Legion arc?
Well, Mon-El, aka kind of Superboy, is leading this legion. Some
Yeah.
kind of heroes or something. But I feel like no, not on this show. No,
I thought he was
no.
going to turn up with the Legends when I heard that there might be some timey-wimey stuff.
Yeah, I think. I feel like in Legends, didn't they establish they can only go as far in the future as Rip's origin point?
No, they went to the vanishing point or whatever, which is supposed to be like the end of time.
Did they?
Yeah,
Oh.
end of the first season. I know a lot of us have blocked out a lot of the first season. But yeah.
Glad to see Mon-El has moved on, but he should be upfront about being married. Yep. Sam and Ruby are growing on me. It will be interesting to see how she develops after the crossover. Good setup for that. I get the feeling Ruby might help Supergirl fight Rain.
Oh, that would be adorable.
Okay, I gotta put this out there. And this is not a knock against Ruby. This is a knock against the writing. I grew up in the Midwest, okay? At 12, at 11, nobody was getting left with a sitter for a couple of hours. Every time I look up in this episode, I gotta get a sitter for, the girl is 12. In the Midwest, and even on the West Coast, she's old enough to be babysitting. What is you doing?
But it's different now because it's very different and it all depends on. Well, I grew up in the city, so that was always like whatever. But it's very different now because yeah, I just feel like you're not as allowed as you used to be to like leave kids that old alone.
Oh, sweetie, it wasn't about allowed.
I know, no, I'm saying like I just
You
think
don't answer
yeah.
the door. You
And
don't answer the
for
phone.
this one, I felt like Sam knew she was gonna be gone for a while.
Now, the
Yeah,
second time, yes. The first time,
yeah.
I'm going to be out for a few hours. Okay. I got Xbox. I'll see you when you get home. What are we doing? What is you doing? Anyway, sorry. It will, I mean, that's why I put that there. Sam, Ruby can't help Supergirl fight Rain. Ruby don't even get to make her own damn waffles. How's she going to help her fight Rain? I'm just saying, sorry. I want my credit if that happens. Let's just start with basics. Let the child use a toaster, and then I will believe she will help Supergirl fight Rain. I am sad that John and his dad are not spending a lot of time together. They actually broke my heart, but hopefully they get to spend more time together. Nearly cried when they got the apartment. I nearly cried because, like we said, we didn't realize John didn't have his own damn place.
John just came in and like, this is an apartment. I also like his dad's like apartment. But like, I was just like, dude, did you like so this is how sad it was. When he first walked him in, I was just like, oh, John has an apartment. It's just like really empty. He's never made it into a home. Da da da. But no, when he was like, I just got this shit.
And I really wanted to be a thing where he had his own place, but it was a 1-bedroom. He's got his daddy, so he had to get a 2-bedroom with the millions and millions of dollars he saved over the years because all he do was work.
The way he said it was literally like, I have been living at the DEO, and this is my first time going out, signing a lease, getting some keys.
I really hope that's not it. Because think about it, Hank Henshaw himself had a life and a place before.
I hope so. I really, really hope. Or who knows? Maybe John sold the place.
I would think so because Cadmus would have been done scooped him up. Mm-hmm. Anyway, since the crossover is next, I guess our first part of the season is over. No, we get one more episode that's probably going to devastate us and leave us on hiatus till January 15th. Can't wait for the second arc of the season to start. Gerald S. Hey, Gerard. I'm sorry, sweetie. I completely blew your name. I know your name, I promise. This was a damn good episode. Kara acted her ass off. She makes Anger look so damn sexy. It felt so good to see all the cast having roles in this episode. Even if it was advice moments like with Jimmy and goofy yet serious antics for Win. Yeah. That interaction with him and Papa Jones was like, oh my God.
I loved it too because like Wynn's first thing was like, John, your daddy hasn't peed in a month. What are you doing? He's like, get it together.
Wynn was all of us at that point.
Ridiculous.
I also enjoyed Papa Jones checking Junior this episode. Now, I know John wasn't trying to apply earthling privilege on Papa. He should have given him the old man strength second backhand. Shouts out to the brown water reference. It felt quasi-topical on the lowest of keys. I love the plot with what's her name, who is now Rain. Sam, jeez, your name's
What's
not
her
that hard. I knew as soon as she said bye to her daughter that we were all about to say bye to her. That little girl's gonna die, y'all. Yes!
That baby's not gonna die. Look, if we can keep, and this is totally contradicting everything I said because, like I said, he's gotten better. But if we can keep Oliver's little annoying ass son, we can keep Ruby.
Fair enough.
I'm
She's
sorry.
gotta die. That little girl's gonna, okay. I'm also mad that hollow asshole called Ruby a mistake. In essence, I was triggered. And also, shout out to crying Tyrese to the. Also, shout out to the crying Tyrese face is about to be put on Kara's face in that last scene. She's about to fly off and punch a hole in the Mount Everest. As always, ladies, y'all are amazing out here. Thank you. Can't wait till the next episode and y'all's coverage of Black Lightning when that drops. Take care. Stay black. Always. Always. And Joseph, hey, buddy. Normally, I have paragraphs upon paragraphs to say about these episodes, but not today. This is going to be short and sweet. Kara got curved. Mon-El did what he had to do. Daddy Jones calling coffee, both brown water and coffee, were the best things ever. This was him calling John out. Poor Ruby. Love the transformation of Samantha to Rain. It was subtle, but it was there. Crisis starts next week. Yes, it does.
Wait, do you think the way Joseph just spelled it, do you think that all Martians do that, like put the apostrophe after the first letter? Is that why
So.
he was like cut offy?
Well, actually, in the closed caption, that's how it was spelled.
Oh my gosh! I didn't watch your closed caption. Even better.
I watched the closed caption, and with the closed caption, that's how it was
The
spelled.
cut offy. Oh my lord! They probably spell everything with an apostrophe. Is this a black thing? Like, should I be like lightweight offended? Is it like Jamarcus or Jamaricus?
No. Now, I think it's just because, like, with all their names have the apostrophes and stuff.
No, that's what I'm saying. I feel like should I be lightweight offended because black folks do that? They be putting a random apostrophe in people's name.
It might be racial.
Emmy.
Girl, quit. No, stop. No, stop. Oh, my God. Stop. You ain't right.
Oh my god. Oh, can we get that meeting? Can we get all the black men in a scene together? Can we get the scene where John's daddy meets Jimmy for the first time?
I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
I want him to call him James. I will die.
We're going to hell.
We are. Meet you there.
That was it for our feedback. Feedback. Oh, Lord, I'm tripping over words.
Thank you guys. We'll be back with more, I don't know, thirst comments and ridiculousness.
Girls, I'm telling you, Chris and Deepalm are not letting us within like 100 miles of that podcast. You know this. You know.
I have a lot of.
Because I will derail it with, okay, yeah, that was a good plot point, but John.
I have a lot of deep thoughts about the Punisher.
Nah,
Deep,
no, ma'am. Don't.
penetrating thoughts about the Punisher.
No. Ma'am.
I did it! I did it! Yes.
Look, I was coming up with all kinds of justifications for Billy.
Oh my god! I was like, his face.
I know
is
he
pretty
did it,
face.
he did cut. He cut him loose. So that's something.
I like that one time he called him his friend.
He told him he loved to watch him work. I mean, and come on, he didn't shoot Curtis in his sleep, so that's something, right? Oh God, I'm going to.
Oh,
I'm going to hell.
I'm just saying. Like, it's like why we always just gotta throw people away? Why can't we give them a second chance?
Oh Lord.
Oh.
Yes. But the thirst is so freaking real.
We love you guys. Thanks for listening. I'm like, oh, now I'm just distracted. Just having a lot of thoughts.
They could all get it. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
I will sign off with that. Bye.
We hope you enjoyed this episode. We will be back next week for our giant supersized crossover episode. And I hate
I'm
you.
sorry, you
I
know.
hate you so much.
My son was watching it with me. He won't watch it with me no more.
That was probably like that person who was sitting next to me in Thor Ragnarok when I kept going, "Ooh, Lord." Ooh.
My son was like, "Mom, that's quite enough. Turn it off. Turn it off."
This is why I'm going to see Justice League like first showing by myself. Because I'm only going to see Jason Momoa's abs in IMAX. So that's my whole reason for going. So I'm probably not gonna pay attention to anything, and just like breathe intensely every time he's on the screen. So I'm gonna make sure there's at least like 3 to 4 seats on either side of me, which I'm sure won't be hard. That was shade. Oh my gosh, we are the worst. This is why they don't let us on the other shows. We will see you guys next week. Bye.
Oh my God.